Like people discount that. I mean, to get a lot of money, you got to get a lot of money. It's the getting part that destroys you. It's the neglecting the family. It's all that shit. Spending your entire life.
The way you may conduct yourself, you may say things to people because it's your business to be confrontation. You may say things that are really below the belt.
Yep.
You know, and it may bother you after you say it.
Yep.
You know, and that kind of stuff. And you wouldn't want, and you're so embarrassed when it's on television now. Now your kids have to see that shit. You know, that's what my regrets are.
And it made sense at the time because you were like, this is going to make me money. This is going to get me the next fight.
No. I just thought I was my insecurity comes out.
Yeah.
When I start talking about the baddest man since the creation of God and all that, that's that insecurity. That's the little scared boy. I want everybody to be afraid and stay away from me.
But also, were you wrong? Were you not? You kind of might have been the baddest man since the creation of God.
No, I just those are the words I spit out when I'm afraid. Ain't that something?
I don't want to be the guy that pushes you back towards that, but what if you were a very powerful fighter, Mike? Like maybe you weren't completely wrong about that.
I just know God is great now.
Do you hate being happy?
Excuse me?
Do you hate being happy? I read
what is that?
In an interview, I read you said, I hate being happy. I'm happy all the fucking time.
I don't know. What's the concept of happiness? Is happiness allowing other people to see that you're happy? Are you projecting the image that you're happy? What is happiness? Does it really exist, or is it just the word that we throw out? What is fucking happiness?
What is happiness? Is happiness the
I see these homeless
absence
guys
of
that are
worry?
so fucking happy.
You
know, and
yeah. And maybe perhaps happiness is just the absence of worry.
But the question he's at,
the worry doesn't make life interesting. If you worry, how can life be interesting? You gotta worry.
Yeah.
Life sucks if you don't worry.
But the
You're
question,
a zombie if you don't worry.
the question he's asking though is I think in today's day and age, people have gotten so obsessed with creating a perception of happiness. My Instagram page makes me look happy, but a lot of people aren't really happy. They're not actually happy. They're not doing things that make them feel actually fully happy.
Well, that's because sometimes we don't know.
Right.
I don't listen. What really makes me happy? Did the back in that ring really make me happy? Or did I want to transcend my ego to another level in society? Tell me, what was that, you know?
Are you happy now? Are you happy today?
I'm very grateful. I just don't like the fucking word.
Word. Okay, got it. So that goes back to this question. Yeah.
All right. So when you won the heavyweight title at age 20, you completed your goal, or just like any incredible feat that you've done. What was the feeling? Was it gratitude? Was it bliss? Was it ecstasy?
No, it was 7 years of hard training and discipline.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's a big moment.
It was just really disciplined. And all my life, since I met Cuss, all my life, you may see my fights. At the end of the fight, I'm the best fighter in the world. There's no one can beat me. I'm the best fighter in the world. It was just so embedded in my mind, my heart, my feet. Since I was a kid, and I meet this guy at 13. The best fighter in the world. The best fighter since the creation of God. The best fighter this, the best. Whoa, blowing my fucking mind.
Did you have a what now moment? We talk about this sometimes. When you train so hard and you work so hard to do or complete or achieve a goal, and then you get it done. What now? Were you lost?
No, I was lost once I won the title. I was lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So after you won, where do you go? Where do you go from there?
Then I changed into this other guy where I want to really just hurt people and want to go down in legendary fashion. Mm-hmm. And I'm really conscious of my preeminence in the sport.
I think you did a good job of that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Did you have a moment where maybe you questioned how good you were, or you started to doubt yourself?
No, never doubt myself, but sometimes I doubt my humanity.
It's not such a bad thing. That seems pretty
reasonable to doubt it. Yeah, but you want to make sure, you want to keep that kind of thing in check. Exactly. You got boiled down for your whole life as you just said it, the greatest boxer, greatest fighter. Was it hard for you to, first of all, did it hurt to be labeled as one thing, and how did you deprogram out of that to become a human? To become, I'm Mike Tyson. I'm a human. I'm not just a killer, bro. I'm not just a.
You know, in Nepal they have this. Nepal is pretty interesting. It's so out the way, so distant. But in Nepal they have monks and they have temples there, way in the mountains, and all of the monks have a skeleton head, and all the skeleton heads are smiling, and that's just to allow them to know that this is the end of the game. We're a joke, and that's how I look at life. That I'm a joke, the baddest man of the plague. You believe that shit? I'm a fucking joke.
So just that back to the death of that ego. Back to external. Have you been out to Nepal? Have you been to these places, or is it just, or do you just study them, or have you actually sat with these guys? Like,
well, I've met a few people. A lot of people write me from these people in Nepal. At a place called Tristan da Cunha. That's the furthest place on the planet, I believe.
do you want to go there?
It is really creepy. It's gonna be a couple of days on a boat. It's really interesting.
Would you ever do it? You think?
I would, yeah. Because I'm going on this program. I'm getting ready to do a show in which I go all over the world to these indigenous people and try their medicine.
Amazing. Has
Like
the show been picked up yet?
They can't wait.
Wow.
That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be sick.
And it's every time I do it, I look from this perspective. Every time I do it, it's a possibility I might die. And that makes me want to do it more.
Okay, so you're not suicidal.
No, not at all. I'm too vain for that.
Got it.
You just want to push the limits.
No. I know from the toe, dying feels so beautiful. Dying is not what I anticipated it to be.
What if the toad's wrong?
Excuse me?
What if the toad's wrong?
How dare you?
What if the toad's wrong?
The toad's more intelligent than me. How does the toad know to attack certain parts of my brain to make me see and feel what I feel?
No, but what if dying is just different? What if dying actually fucking sucks? What if it sucks and it's miserable and dark and lonely?
Well, this is what I believe, brother. I believe death is glorious. How could death not be glorious if life is glorious? You know, death is just another part of life that we haven't experienced yet.
We talked about this yesterday. I told you I'm afraid to die at this particular moment in my life. Early 20s, I wasn't afraid of death. I didn't care. And now at 25, I do. I want to be around for a long time.
I don't know. What's your concept of death?
I don't know. I think it's my conscious, sentient.
Know what you need to do,
brain
brother?
Leaving.
You need to study the concept of death.
Is there books on it?
Oh, you think it's not looking at your computer? Yeah.
But which one is right? Because no one really knows what happens when you die.
That's up to you. That's up for you to dissect and use the knowledge that you can. You contribute.
You believe in ghosts?
What's a ghost? Tell me a ghost. What's that? Define it for me.
Yeah,
I'll tell you if I believe in it.
I guess it'd be a spirit that hasn't left Earth, hasn't made its way either to heaven or hell. If you believe in either one of those.
Hey, you know what? Know what I believe? I believe it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. I believe all this stuff we're discussing is just bigger than me.